Quadratic Functions Part 2a. We're going to be looking at functions of the form f of x equals positive ax squared plus bx. Let's take the example of x squared plus 2x. And this is the function plotted. And we have a positive parabola, a U-shaped parabola, since we have a positive coefficient of x, in this case positive 1. And so we have a parabola that comes down and then it reaches a minimum, which we call the turning point. And at this turning point we have the axis of symmetry, for which it is reflected. And then it goes up and it crosses the y-axis, in this case the y-intercept, at the origin. So the turning point, we can say that it is at x is equal to -1 and y is equal to -1. The y-intercept is at the origin, so y equals 0, and the axis of symmetry goes through the turning point about the line x equals -1. Example 1. Find the turning point, axis of symmetry, and the y-intercept for the function f of x equals x squared plus 6x. So let's start with the turning point. Because we have a positive x squared, we're going to have a U-shaped parabola, and the turning point is going to be a minimum, and so we can find this by using the completing the square method. So we're going to be using f of x equals x plus p all squared plus q, so we have to convert this function into this form to find the minimum value. So to find the value of p, we're going to half the value of the coefficient of x, so that will be 3. And because this is squared, we're going to have 3 squared, which is 9, but we want 0, so we have to take 9 off, so q will be -9. And so the turning point, the minimum value, will have the coordinates minus p, comma q. So minus p will be -3, and q is -9. So the turning point is -3, -9. Let us find the axis of symmetry now. The axis of symmetry goes through the turning point at x equals -p. So the axis of symmetry is x equals -3. And the y-intercept? Because we have x squared plus 6x plus 0, this c value 0 is the y-intercept. So the y-intercept is simply y equals 0. It goes through the origin. And now we can look at the plot and we can label it. So we've got the turning point at -3, -9. We've got the axis of symmetry going through the turning point at x equals -3. And we have the y-intercept at the origin, y equals 0.